Okay, y'all, this gonna be my last video for the day. I think I done made like 4 videos today. It's been a lot going on, but it take a minute for my videos to download, y'all. It might take 2 days for one of my dang on videos to download. Y'all pray that I get me some real recording equipment, because I'm like working these phones and I think I done burn these goddamn phones out. So this, I don't know when this one gonna upload. It might be some days from now, but I'm finna show y'all something else I found, right? I want to talk about children. Y'all don't know what them little things is. I want to talk about children. I want to talk about parents. And today, let yourself off the hook. Let yourself off the hook, because you didn't know what you was having. You didn't know what a child was, and you didn't get no manual on being a parent. So it's no such thing as a perfect parent, because you're dealing with personality, character traits, and spirits. Okay? Some of these kids, they something else. They something else. But what I want to talk about today is the parents that won't let your children grow up. Parents that stunt their children's growth by keeping them at home, not making them get out on their own, accepting their laziness and letting them just sit around. And these children I'm talking about is grown children. Okay, when your child is a child, you're supposed to take care of your child. It's the law. But once they get a certain age, y'all, come on. Come on. We're gonna, as parents, let yourself off the hook. Take your cape off. You have done your job. But what you doing? You stopping God from growing that child up. You stopping God from making that child great. So what? Because your child gonna fail. So freaking what? You failed. How do you think you got where you got? Okay? Now, keeping these children at home. Letting them be grown while they at home. They don't have jobs. They don't pay bills. They steady go out and make babies. They bring the babies home. You got to take care of the babies. They keep creating more responsibilities for you when you barely making it. You barely breathing. You sitting up there freaking drowning. And it's all your fault. It's all your fault. So don't you talk about them kids to nobody no more. You get out that phone and you stop gossiping about your kids, and you stop lowering your kids, and you stop talking about how sorry your kids is and what a mess up they are, because it's your fault. Now, this might cause a whole lot of controversy, right? You know I don't give two, you know. it, I don't give it, right? So, but some of y'all parents are suffering and you're being held hostage by your kids. Like, you sitting up there working for your kids. But these grown kids, but these kids are selfish. These kids are unappreciative. These kids are disrespectful. And these kids act like they go to work and pay the bills. You're the child and they're the parent. These are the people I'm talking about. So if this don't fit you, don't you open your mouth. Don't you say nothing. You better not put no comment on Tasha page coming at me about your children. Because I'm finna show you what God had to say about kids. Now, you could argue with me all day long, but y'all know y'all scared to argue with the word, right? Y'all ain't gonna go against God. If God said, y'all gonna say, okay. But if Tasha said, y'all gonna wanna argue with me. Y'all gonna wanna leave all kind of ugly comments on my page about these children. Man, these children have personality and character traits. These children carry spirits. These children need to be out of your house and on their own and trying to figure it out on their own. Now, Tasha finna show you something about kids. It might break your heart. This might hurt your feelings because you can't be the super parent. You can't be the dumb parent. You can't be the naive parent. You can't be the gullible parent no more. You're going to let these children grow up and be grown and get out of your house so you can have your life. And especially if you got a husband. Because them children been keeping y'all arguing. They've been keeping y'all broke. And a lot of y'all ain't happy because you letting your children run your life. I know. It's hard. Don't nobody want to admit it that they that type of parent. But yeah, you're the child. And the child is the parent. Not today, people. Because once I show you this, you can't say you didn't know. And you can't say God didn't tell you. Because look, I'm getting it from the word. I'm reading the Apocrypha. I always have to tell y'all where I'm coming from. Because y'all always say, what are you reading out of? Well, it really shouldn't even matter. As long as the information is hitting home. Because God everywhere, y'all. He all over the place. But y'all ain't going to like what he had to say about the kids, right? And y'all people who henpecking these kids and stopping him from raising these kids. Now, I was shocked when I seen this because it's stashed. It's like little sections stashed here and there, and it's about sons and daughters. And they popping up in places that don't make no sense. They might be talking about trees, and then all of a sudden here go a passage about a daughter. So I started catching on to that because I seen it in too many places. So where I caught it at, I highlighted it. And I'm finna read it to y'all. Now, y'all parents, ain't no going back after this. Listen to this. A daughter keeps her father secretly wakeful, and worry over her robs him of sleep. Let me read that again. A daughter keeps her father secretly wakeful, and worry over her robs him of sleep. When she is young, lest she do not marry, or if married, lest she be hated. While a virgin, lest she be defiled or become pregnant in her father's house, or having a husband, lest she prove unfaithful, or through marriage, lest she be barren. Keep strict watch over a headstrong daughter, lest she make you a laughing stock to your enemies, a byword in the city, and a notorious among the people, and put you to shame before the great multitude. These daughters that talk back to their parents, do what they want to do, and the parents is just letting them do it. Just letting them do it. So this is what happens when you don't put the reins on your child. When you be too loose raising your child, when you be too busy trying to keep up with your you get what I'm saying? You can't tell the mama from the daughter or the daddy from the son. This is what is happening to your child. And this is why people talk about your daughter. Why the whole neighborhood talking about them. Why you a laughing stock. Because you have a wayward daughter. Now I want to also iterate this. Because in a way I don't think this kind of fair that now is running through my mind. Because you can raise your kids to the best of your ability and don't take them through a goddamn thing and they still turn out to be wayward. They still turn out to be promiscuous. They still turn out to be thugs and gangsters. Even though you the good parent and you done did all you can do. So, this is a twofold message. I ain't gonna totally lean towards the parents that, well, yes, I am. I'm getting on y'all for keeping y'all children in the house and won't let them grow up and letting them bring all them babies home and got you and your husband arguing. Yes, I am aiming at you because I want you to stop. Cause you're not happy and it's not fair because they happy every time they walk out the freaking door. But I don't want you also to feel bad if your child do turn out that way. Don't you dare blame yourself if you know you've done all that you can do, because guess what? Like God said, these are his children. He got certain things that he placed in them, and he got a certain path that he want them to walk. So don't be killing yourself trying to keep a child that don't want to be kept either. So this can be a threefold message, y'all. It's all type of children running through my mind. And I know because I got two, my oldest two, they train me, y'all. When I say they train me for war. I wish somebody would. I wish a child would. They, them two got me on my toes when it come to kids. But I had to change that message because I had to think about it, because my children ain't at home. I couldn't keep mine. My problem was I couldn't make my children be children. So you got them type of kids too. The kids that's born grown already, don't need to be taught nothing, don't need your help doing that. Those was the kind of kids I had, and the stuff that they wanted to do didn't look right because they were so young. I'm trying to be a parent. My problem was my kids wouldn't let me be a parent. They were more like my buddies or my friends because they left home early. They never came back home. Like they on their own. So I'm not one of the parents that killed my kids at home and henpecked my kids and killed my kids hostage. But I have friends that I'm watching being victimized by their own children. I have so many friends that are sitting up there carrying their children burdens and trying to live out their children life. That they so scared for their children to fall or scrape their knee, or that they are like taking on every responsibility that should be the child's. Like they blocking their child from being an adult. They blocking their child from being responsible. They blocking their child for knowing how to love right and treat people right, because they ain't treating your butt right and they ain't loving on you right. So if you allow them to keep doing that to you, guess what? They treating everybody outside the house just like they treat you. Okay. So that was about the daughter, right? Now we're finna talk about the son. He was really concerned about the sons. He said, he who loves his son will whip him often in order that he may rejoice at the way he turns out. Now, don't come for me about whooping no child, because I whoop mine. I ain't even gonna lie. When you got a child that's growner than you and disrespecting you, sometimes you have to raise your hand. And it don't be out of order. It be out of fucking respect. So if God telling you that sometimes it's necessary to put the belt to your child, but then you better listen and don't listen to them psychologists who are like, oh, you're just teaching them how to be more violent. And you're just showing that you're violent. You can listen to them if you want to. Your children kill you. Who killing parents these days? It ain't the people down the street, is it? Nope. It's them children that they had, that they raised, that they spoiled, that they would never say no to. You take a game from your child, you take a cell phone from your child, and your child come back and shoot you in your face. Come on now. Sometimes it's necessary to whip your child. And in case y'all want to come for me with that whipping shit, let me show y'all something. Oh, jump, my camera won't turn around. It must not be meant for y'all to see. But I sure want y'all to see. Why my camera won't flip around? That's messed up. But anyway, it won't flip around. But let me show you this way. And you could just pause it right here. But I'm finna flip this phone around this way so you could see it. Make sure you get it real good. Y'all look at this whole little passage. Pause it, baby. Read it. Read it for yourself. It's highlighted in pink. Read it. I hope y'all could see that because I just flipped the phone on because my camera won't turn around. But let me finish reading this, and I'm going to repeat this again in case y'all try to come for me about whooping your child. I didn't say it. God said it. So you want to argue with somebody, you better fall on your knees and take it to the Lord in prayer because he said whip them children. And like my friend used to tell me long time ago, if you love them, you'll beat them. That's just a joke. That's just a joke. But is it a joke? Okay, but anyway. He who loves his son will whip him often in order that he may rejoice at the way he turns out. You have to discipline your children. You do have to discipline your children. Come on, y'all, let's be real. He who disciplines his son will profit by him and will boast of him among acquaintances, right? You'll be so proud of your child. You teach your child right from wrong. And it depends on if you got a child that'll listen to you. So do you kind of take what you want to out of this message? Because I'm confused now because I'm thinking about my kids. And I ain't doing that to them jokers. Them jokers just, they was grown. I mean, hey, I can't fault them for that. He who teaches his son will make his enemies envious and will glory in him in the presence of friends. The father may die, and yet he is not dead, for he has left behind him one like himself. Ain't that something? You raise your son to be respectable and lovable and helpful and God-fearing, and he know how to treat women, and he grow up to be a decent human being. The daddy hasn't left the earth. The son is carrying on the father's energy. That is so beautiful. So if you an abusive father, a neglectful father, and you raise your children that way and you neglect your kids and you abuse your kids and they grow up like that and you die, guess what type of child you leaving here on earth? You leaving yourself here. You ain't went nowhere. While alive, he saw and rejoiced. And when he died, he was not grieved. Meaning he didn't have to roll over in his grave over the crap he children. Some of y'all parents rolling over in their grave about some of the stuff y'all got going on, right? They ain't resting in their grave, right? They want to whoop y'all butt from heaven. Okay. It says, while alive, he saw and rejoiced, and when he died, he was not grieved. Okay, we said he ain't roll over. They ain't rolling over in the grave, but some of y'all parents is rolling over in the grave. He has left behind him an avenger against his enemies and one to repay the kindness of his friends. Oh my God. Did y'all get that? He has left behind him an avenger against his enemies. Meaning you did my dad wrong. You ain't treat my dad right. You ain't just get out of my face. Don't come over here. We don't deal with you. My daddy didn't deal with you. I ain't dealing with you, right? And want to repay the kindness of his friends. So the friends that he had, they feel like they still got the person that died because that son remind them so much of that man. And that son is so kind and so loving. He carrying on his father's characteristics. So it's like the dad never left, right? He who spoils his son will bind up his wounds, and his feelings will be troubled at every cry. I can't get these type of shoes. Oh, I hate you. You're taking my phone. I don't want you to be my parent. I hate you. I heard that how some households go. It ain't going down like that in my household. But that's just what my spirit started showing me when I read it. That ain't going down in my household. You get hit in the mouth up in mine, I'll punch you in your throat. Yeah, come for me. Yeah. I do what the God say. I do what God say. I whoop mine often. I'm just having fun with the word, y'all. You gotta have fun. A horse that is untamed turns out to be stubborn, and a son unrestrained turns out to be willful. Some children you just can't tame, like mine. I couldn't make them be kids. I couldn't control my kids, y'all. I'm sorry. It's either I kill them or let them be. And I ain't with the jail. I'm not jailhouse material. And it wasn't work the paperwork to me because they turned out okay. They really did. Pamper a child and he will frighten you. Play with him and he will give you grief. I'm going to read this one again. Pamper a child and he will frighten you. I'll kill everybody in here. I'll burn this house down. You think you're going to take my allowance? I'm going to kill all of you guys. Play with him and he will give you grief. You can't play with these kids because guess what? When you play with them too much, when it's time for you to be a parent, they be looking at you like, what? So from the jump, just set the stage. I'm not your friend. I tell my kids, listen, I can't be your friend. It's the anatomy, genealogy, the life, nature, the way things roll, DNA. I'm not allowed to be your friend. Like I can't be your friend. I'm your mama. I can't be nothing but your mama. So don't get it twisted. I can't be your friend. So you think I'm supposed to be in agreement with what you're doing? You think I'm supposed to be like a friend? See, when you need to tell them they wrong and you been playing with them and you been acting like them and your life is like theirs, they ain't finna respect you. Don't get mad because they don't respect you now. You can't cut it on and off. It got to be on at all time, player. All times. Parenting don't shut down. It don't cut off. It's an ongoing job. Even when they get freaking grown, parenting never ends. Y'all may dip out and don't come and show up. That still don't mean you're not a parent. You're just an absent parent. You're just a no good damn parent. But you still a parent. Do not laugh with him. When he in his wrong, don't think that junk cute. Some of y'all little babies around here cuss worse than y'all. 1 and 2 years old, still in Pampers, and y'all think it's cute. Come on, grow up. This is an adult conversation. If you don't like it, get off my page. I don't care. Because we fixing what's broken. We been too loose. Y'all, we need to pull the reins back on ourselves. It says do not laugh with them, lest you have sorrow with them. And in the end, you will gnash your teeth. You'll be like, ugh, ugh, But can you do it, though? You been playing with them. You been laughing with them. You been doing all kind of stuff with them that a friend would do. So you can't be the mama and the daddy and then the friend. So you need to choose your lane. It's just like God said, you can't serve two masters. You can't straddle the fence. Choose this day which one you gonna be. Which one you serve. Give him no authority in his youth. Don't let no little child be running around telling you what you gonna do, what they ain't gonna eat, what they not. Y'all know it's some parents that'll cook dinner and cook about 5 or 6 different meals because 5 of them children like something different. Instead of just cooking one meal and feeding everybody anything. And if you don't want to eat, you just go freaking hungry. Some of y'all parents cook dinner and the child tell you they don't want to eat, they want McDonald's or something, and you'll go out after you don't slay over the stove and go buy your child McDonald's. Like, really? Your child will tell you they want $100 pair of jeans, but your income don't say that. But a pair of $20 jeans would look just as nice. Even a pair of $30 jeans, even $40 pair of jeans will look just nice. That child will tell you you ain't nothing. You don't love them. You don't take care of them. They friends living better than them. They friends mama about it. These children manipulative. And y'all let these children make y'all think y'all something low on the totem pole. That's when the child becomes the parent and the child becomes the pimp and you become the shut your mouth. And do not ignore his errors. Don't overlook that BS. Don't be okay with that BS. If you see your son disrespecting a girl, say something. If you see your girl acting, say something. Check them. Bow down his neck in his youth. Put a stop to it. Put your freaking foot in it. That's what he just said. Cause how else you gonna bow down? Bow down mean you grab them by the neck and you hold them down and you tell them, look, you think you running? You now look. This might look like violence. The way this is described, it really is saying what my friend said. And we used to say, don't say that. That's so mean. He used to say, if you love them, you'll beat them. He would be talking about my kids. He'd be like, if you love them, you'll beat them. If you love them, you'll beat them. Like, don't this sound like what God's saying? So, Fred, if you ever come across my video, just remember that statement has always stuck in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But some kids you can't beat because some kid gonna come back with a pistol. Some kid gonna come back with chains. Some kids gonna come back with a gang. So some of these rules don't go for some kids because some kids ain't kids. So this, I guess this for the people who got kids that's kids. I don't know what a kid is no more. Do you? Can you break down what a kid is now? I'm screwed up now. It said, bow down his neck in his youth and beat his sides while he is young, lest he become stubborn and disobey you. And you have sorrow of soul from him. Let me read this again, y'all. Bow down his neck in his youth and beat his sides while he is young, lest he become stubborn and disobey you. And you have sorrow of soul from him. Let me see what the Spirit get. What am I getting out of that statement, y'all? If your child don't fear you, if your child ain't scared of you a little bit, and I ain't talking about the fear. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I ain't even gonna lie. Let me stop. I'm talking about that fear that say, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out. But not meaning you'll actually do that. But you gonna check them though, right? You ain't killing your kids. Now, don't say I told you to go kill your children. But you know what I mean by that statement. It's an allegory. It's just like the Bible. You just take what you can get out of it. But y'all better not hurt them children. Don't go in there and shoot them kids. Cause y'all done got some balls from their channel about them little minions and them little monsters. So don't go home and get your balls off and beat your children up. Wait till they do something and then start over. You know what I'm saying? Don't go home and try to check them right now. But if your child disobey you and disrespect you in front of people, now that's when you have sorrow of your soul. And then when you see your child out here being a tyrant, being something less than an animal, right? Now that's bad. You feel bad because you say, I could have did more. I could have been stricter. I could have did, I could have, would have, should have. but it's still telling you to beat their ass. He done went from the neck, now he in the sides. But I get what he's saying, y'all. He's not saying go abuse your children, okay? But he's saying don't let your kids run over you. Don't be the child and you're the one that had the child. Gain authority over your household and stop being a victim. Get out the corner. Take the duct tape off. Somehow get out the ropes they got you tied up and come out the closet, mister. They been had you in the closet for a long time. Ain't fed you or did nothing. They got parties going on, selling dope out your house. Just you and that mother just being a victim. If this didn't give you no strength to okay, I ain't gonna say nothing else, y'all, cause this too fun. This is too fun. It says, discipline your son and take pains with him that you may not be offended by his shamelessness. Discipline your son and take pains with him. Get on him. But allow them to speak. Allow them to have an opinion. Don't get mad because they got an opinion, because then they won't have an opinion no more. Some of y'all parent too hard. Some of y'all parent like you a military vet. And these children don't want to tell y'all nothing. Listen to your kids. Be interested in what your kids have on. Ask questions. And resonate with their pain. So if they slip and fall, you'll know why. You won't be ashamed. You could say, I get it, baby. And it's okay. You're not perfect. And you can always start over, do better. It's not the end of the world. Instead of you saying, oh, you, oh my God, oh my God. I hate it. No. Because they're people too. Just because they in a little body, they still got a mind. They still got feelings. And some of y'all parents do stuff in front of your children and think your children stupid. Like they don't know what you got going on. And then you try to beat them because they know what's going on. Or you try to go off on them because they voice their opinion about what's going on. So this message is for everybody, because some of these children are hostages in their house. They can't even be a child. They're not allowed to be a child. They're not allowed to run around and scream and play. Nope. Some of y'all parents are awful. Just disgusting. Okay. We finna find another one, right? It says, it is a disgrace to be the father of an undisciplined son, and the birth of a daughter is a loss. Because if you have a son and he undisciplined and you don't give two craps about what they do, can't nobody say nothing to your child. Because your child's so perfect and your child can terrorize and do whatever they want to do. God forbid, if somebody correct your child, you going to want to F them up. Ain't no need of having no daughter. That's all this. Don't even try to have a daughter, because she going to be worse than both of y'all. That's what he's saying. A sensible daughter abstains her husband, but one who acts shamefully brings grief to her father. Some of y'all married, but you ain't married. Some of y'all more loyal to your husband than your father. Some of y'all got some disrespectful husbands that disrespect your parents and wives. This goes for husbands and wives. That hurts your father. That hurts your mother. When they know you're with a person that is whooping on you every day, keep on cheating on you all the time, have you at a low state, have you to the point where you want to kill yourself, that hurts. When you be more sensible to the abuser than your own parents. So this a reality check for real, y'all. I don't know where this going now. It was supposed to be about children, but when you think about it, all of us are children. All of us had to be a child. All of us didn't grow up right. God knows. What y'all seeing on these videos is self-raised, self-taught. I ain't getting no home training. Didn't nobody care where I was. I could be gone for 2, 3, 4 months. Nobody took a missing report out on me. Nobody put me on no milk carton. Like, didn't nobody care. Man, you got parents that are jealous of their kids. That's what I grew up with. My mother was jealous of me, and people took a liking to me, and my mom didn't want me around because it took the attention off of her. My mama stole my boyfriends. Yeah, I had one of them kind of mamas. But at the end, my mama turned out to be the best mama ever before she died. Like, we reconciled. Like, we really reconciled. I don't know how we reconciled. I don't know what she went through. Because I went through the living in a foster home, her still being with my stepdaddy after abusing me and my brother. All this stuff. My mama took my boyfriend. She rubbed it in my face with move him in the house while I'm still living in the house. Then put me out the house because they live in the house. And I went through hell. But one day, I walked in my mama's house. And y'all, this is the God honest truth. You go around people you really don't want to be around them, but that's your mama. So you like... and you really know how your mama treated you, but you still have to put on a smile because that's your mama. You try to respect your mama, and you try to let the past be the past. That's where I was with my mama. I knew I was never gonna get an apology. I knew she still wasn't gonna never believe half of the stuff I had to say. That was just my own abuse, right? And most of that abuse I took to keep from it happening to her. So I let myself be abused so she wouldn't be abused, because the deal was if I didn't cooperate, she was gonna get beat up. So one day I walked in my mama's house and my mama just fell down. She was crying and she was saying, "Forgive me. I didn't know. Lord, forgive me. I treated her so wrong." We walked in on it. Like, I heard her, like, I'm walking up to her door and I hear her crying. I hear her screaming like, "Oh my God, something wrong with my mama." But when I go in there, God was dealing with her about me. And she cried and she cried. And when I walked through the door, I saw my mama look at me for the first time with love and not resentment. And the shame on her, I felt it. The pain in her, I felt it. God made her see herself. Remember, I read to y'all, the Bible say, "Keep messing with me, I'll make you face yourself." This what God said to the sinners. Keep mocking me, I will make you face yourself. Keep disrespecting my name, I will make you face yourself. And see, while you being ugly to somebody and you causing somebody pain, you don't have no idea what your actions are, how they hurt, what they cause, and you don't see them in the raw, in the spirit. So if God make you face yourself, And somebody going through what yourself done did to them, just imagine if it's on you. What you did to somebody else is now your attacker, your abuser. This is why I'm telling y'all to work on y'all self, because your ways is what's going to get you at the end. Your evil ways are the demons that's going to torture you. Remember, you carry your own devourers. But my mama was so sorry. She begged me to forgive her, and she kept saying, I didn't know. And she looked at me, she said, I never saw you. I never saw you. Forgive me. Oh, I treated you so bad. I treated you so bad. She said, and you love me. She was rocking. She said, you love me. You love me so much. How could I treat you this way? How could I let all that happen to you, baby? Forgive me. Y'all, I had so much anger and rage in me. When I tell you that junk left, it was no room for it. All I wanted to do was comfort my mother and get my mother out of that pain, because what she was feeling was what I've been feeling my entire life. She was forced to feel it in a moment's time. So I don't know what type of message this is, y'all. Maybe we just gonna label this as a talk, because it was supposed to be about kids. But when you think about it, I was a kid. You was a kid. Right? Yep, we were kids. An imprudent daughter disgraces father and husband and will be despised by both. Y'all, it's some daughters out here. The daddy don't like them. The baby daddies don't like them. Nobody likes them. So guess what my next lesson gonna be about? A good wife and a wicked wife. A good husband and a wicked husband. Because guess what? If your children is in here and it's talking about how y'all parents stopping these kids from growing up, and y'all the reason these kids are monsters because you won't let them be. You won't discipline them. You telling them it's right to disrespect people. You could talk to people any kind of way you want to. You don't have nothing to say. This talking about y'all. They ain't talking about us, y'all. He talking about them. My thing is, I'm able to be a parent to my last two, but I get the growing up with them. With my first two, I was 15. With my first child, I got kicked out my house, so I had to do what I had to do. And so I guess my two kids was raised the way I was raised. So that explains a lot. I didn't die and leave them here to carry me on. I was here with them. We was all carrying it on together, I guess, right? I don't know, but I ain't grow up right, y'all. I did not grow up right. I didn't get hugged on. I didn't get kisses. I didn't get, I love you, Tasha. I didn't get none of that until I got grown and started having sex with boys. And they tell you they love you just because you getting them some. So I never got that till I met my life mate for the rest of my life. Me and this man been together 23 years, still going. So, parents, stop letting your children hold you hostage. And if you're a parent that have lost everything you have today, right now, at this moment, I want you to check yourself and look at what you had in your house. Was it a bunch of kids? Was it their boyfriends too? Their girlfriends too? Was it the children that they producing too? Was it somebody, a relative, a friend? You know, what tripped me out, a friend that'll move with you and move they mate in with you too. And don't neither one of them work. We're going to have to check our own behaviors, y'all. Y'all see how gullible we are and how we just let people use us. But see, now I ain't giving y'all no excuses now, and not even myself, because not even me is allowed to be this. So this is for all of us. The word is for all of us, right? Y'all agree? Y'all agree? And this was not something saying go beat on your children and go take your children out off the earth. No, no, no. But what I am saying is get a relationship with your kids if you can. Get to know your kids if you can. If you ain't been no parent out of all this time and your child grown, just accept that you stuck in the friend zone. Don't even, you miss that ship. Just enjoy what you have with your child. But if you have young children, discipline them. And I'm not the parent that believe in you just talking to your kids all the damn time. And you throwing them in a corner all the time. And you're just taking their phone. But they done set something by the house on fire and did all type of other stuff and terrorized the neighborhood. And with a character trait and a personality like that, you're going to have to meet that with a little bit of force, with authority. Because that right there can end up being your murderer, your abuser, and some of y'all sick people, y'all rapists. Yep. Your children rape you. They rape the shit out of you. Rape your bank account clean out. Rape you of your happiness. Rape you of your right mind and your peace. Some of us get so wrapped up in our children, our life become our children. Wrong. Wrong. You got a right to live too. You got a right to be happy too. And if this child gonna continue with this behavior, you let this child continue this behavior away from you. And you go be happy. Because if you died today, guess what? The child gonna have to figure it out. Why wait until you die? Therefore, when they out there and they really out there, when they really need you, you can be there. Because sometimes they gonna need you, y'all. They gonna need you. You mama, you daddy. But I don't want you to be a prisoner of your own children. I don't want you going to work, come home, giving your paycheck to your child. I don't want you killing yourself trying to keep up with every latest style and fashion. Some of y'all gonna have to put the brakes on your leniency with your children, trying to make your children like you. You shouldn't care whether your children like you or not. All you supposed to do is feed them jokers and give them jokers correct guidance. Whether they like you or not is irrelevant. And more y'all concerned with whether your child like you or not than are you following the laws of God? Are you following the commands of God? Are you stunting this child's growth? Are you allowing this child to be this ruthless, evil individual and you're telling this child in his youth that it's okay? Are you telling other people they have no right to correct your child when it takes a village? I used to get my butt whooped by everybody that stayed around this. You do that now, you go to jail. You whoop your child, you teaching your child how to be violent. But what if your child just beat your ass? Use your own mind. Them your children. Don't let nobody tell you how to raise your kids. And don't let nobody tell you what's right and what's wrong for your kids. That's your responsibility. That's your personality in that house. And that's you got to feed it. You got to take care of it. You got to raise it. And I'm calling it a it because some ways our children turn out to be, like this thing said, we be shameful. We don't even want to say, yeah, they're my child. But therefore, you do it in the youth. Pray, hopefully you don't have this. But what I have learned about my kids, even though I wasn't really allowed to be the parent because they just knew what they was going to do and be and how they wanted to be when they came here. I've always been this way. And I've always talked like this because I've been a seer since I was born. So my kids got the knowledge. When I tell you, my kids can run y'all up on the table with this knowledge. Like, my kids is on it. But I noticed that they repeat some of my stuff. Meaning they heard me. They might have act like they weren't listening to me, but that seed was planted. And then when they talk to me, they be like, well, mama, you know, you taught us this. You told us this. And I be like, I did teach you something. Like, I really did. Like, they admit it, right? I hear my son do it all the time. And he quote me like a book. Like, he know all my sayings. He know how, man, he know me. Meaning, while he giving me lip, he's really taking it in. While he giving me lip, he really know he wrong, but he got to defend his ego and what he think is a man. But that let me know when he get to himself and them little demons start running around, then my voice start kicking up. Because he remember my words. So meaning he can hear my voice at any given time. Ain't that a gift? Ain't that beautiful? He can hear my voice whenever he want to. All he got to do is cut on his remembrance. Or something somebody will say similar to me. Snap on the remembrance. I love my son. My son is gangster. Oh my God, that boy gangster. But some men just don't bar none. And ladies, to me, they're the best type of man. Because they ain't finna let nobody run over them. They ain't finna let nobody run over you. But they have it hard out here. They have a hard life. My son have it hard because he's so hard. He's hard and his life is hard. But he's getting it now. But in wisdom, that boy there. About God, he there. Self-knowledge, he's there. So I don't have to worry about him in that aspect, but his self, his ways, it scare me. Cause he look like me. And I'm like this now. I done put the gangster role up. Cause my life don't call for that no more. That was my environment. My life don't call for that anymore. So I'm calm. But I think if I ever needed to be, she know how to come out of there. Her name Repo Lady. And y'all know what that means. What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine. Y'all, I used to have an earring in my nose. And it used to be a little Uzi gun. A tiny little Uzi gun. I used to have 4 goals going across my mouth. I got fake teeth now because I was homeless and I needed a job at the Ritz-Carlton. They were paying me more money than I ever had made in my life. And they said, we want to hire you, but you look too thugged out. They said, you got to remove the goals. They said, but they ain't permanent. I said, don't worry about it. They'll be gone in the morning. Give me that job. Y'all, I worked on my teeth, worked on my teeth, and broke my 4 front teeth. I used to wear finger waves. My finger waves used to be going in a circle. That was my favorite hairstyle. I used to wear my pants sagging, big shirts, combat boots, and I used to tote guns. I was a dope girl. So when I look at my oldest two, I get it. I can't even be mad. I get it. They done seen me do some wild stuff. Being a child with a child gotta grow up with a child. I had a child at 15, y'all. But God knew I couldn't handle step because my son came 5 years later. So all my children spaced out. But I had a child at 15. So I had to learn quick. So like I said, I don't know what this is about. Y'all probably done clicked off of here by now. But if you hung in there, I sure appreciate you. And hey, and I hope you check your parenting, see what type of parent you are. Is your child not prospering because of maybe you kept your child too long? Or maybe, just check yourself, but get close to them. Get close to your kids, man. I love you guys. And I hope this shed the light on y'all. But boy, when I come with the wife one and the husband, the wicked wife one, some of y'all got some wicked wives. Oh my God. Scariest thing ever. They said that's the scariest thing on earth. A wicked woman. So that's going to be the next talk. But I don't know when it's going to download. Y'all probably going to see me in this dress so many times. It's because my phone take days to download. And I done made, I think, like 4 or 5 videos today. So I'm going to be downloading them as they come. I ain't wearing the same thing every day. Just, I don't have internet. And I got one phone. I'm working off the hotspot. So I got another phone that's off. So I'm using that hotspot. So I'm using both of these phones. And boy, my video might take 2 days for it download. So I make a video on one phone, a video on another phone, and then whichever one pop up, just pop up. Yeah, I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? But I love y'all. I love y'all so much. And I'm finna get out of here and leave y'all alone. Because that was it. I'm just rambling at this point. But I love you. Y'all, my phone won't even click off. My thing won't even click over. So how I'm supposed to end this, I don't know. Look, I match it. Y'all still there. You still there. You still there. How I'm get out of here, y'all? See? Maybe I just gotta cut my phone off. What y'all think? I ain't trying to keep y'all. I'm really trying to see, look, here go my finger. It won't click off. What this mean, y'all? God want us to keep hanging out together? I'm almost at 60 minutes. And my camera won't even flip over to the other side either, y'all. So I guess I'm going to cut my phone off. I ain't dissing y'all and everything, but it's hot as hell in here. Look, my hands done start sweating. I can't stand this. My hand and feet sweating so bad. And I'm about to drop this phone, so I'll see y'all later. I'm just going to cut my phone off. Because evidently spirit don't want me to leave y'all. But I love you.